here. You'll hear from them in a little bit. This is Gini and Chris from our federal injury centers. You are on Facebook Live with them for today, so we'll be excited to hear more from them in a little bit. We have a couple speakers here who are going to share their story here in a little bit. One thing I want everybody to do for a minute is just turn around and just take a look at our mission statement. I'd like everybody to absorb that for us, because that's who we are, changing lives in moments that matter. And that really stuck with us moving forward. And whether it's our federal injury center patients, and you'll hear a testimonial from our first patient. We did a video testimonial with him in a little bit. He'll share his story also. But I think there's a lot of people who we've been very fortunate enough to touch along the way. I know some of them are here. But what we're excited about is continuing to make that touch on our patients. We're starting a lot of different programs. We're excited about where we're headed, but it's obviously a lot of the people in this room here, and we're going to help us make that happen. So we're excited about that. So let's shift a little bit to the Federal Injury Center. This is a program that we got involved with about 9 months ago. Quite frankly, we weren't quite sure what we were getting into, but it so happens that those patients fit into exactly what our mission statement is, right?
Hold our heartstrings.
Yeah, exactly. And to be a part of them, and I know I can speak for for Sue, my wife, our case manager, who is in close contact with a lot of them and is communicating with them and helping them get to where they want, all the way through to our staff and Dr. Heidi and helping them get get the patients get better. But there's such an amazing story that goes with with these patients, and we want to share some of that with you. And one of the individuals with us tonight, he's been an advocate for us from the start. He's a injured patient at one time, and he's a federal employee. He was a federal employee. I think you're retired now, right? Retired now. He's a national advocate. He's been 100% supporter of what we're trying to get done, and so I'm very excited to have him here. This is let me introduce you to Ron Steepman. And Ron, I'll have you introduce yourself.
We live here?
Yep.
How y'all doing out there? My name is Ron Speakman. I work for the United States Postal Service, just newly retired. I was a city letter carrier. Before I got injured, I knew nothing about OWCP, Department of Labor. I didn't even know what a CA, whatever form you were trying to fill out. But regardless, the journey has brought me here with you guys now. Everything that I've been through, all the bads, and there was more bad than good for me. But I sought out answers, I utilized my resources. And in doing that, I'm now advocating for people over the country. And for me, it's rewarding because I know how many people lose their homes. If they got kids, they go homeless. There's so many even commit suicide. And it's literally a pandemic within our government. Not just the post office, all federal agencies, mainly the post office. But that's the reason why I got involved. That's probably my wife calling me saying, "Are you live?" Sorry about that. But that's the reason why I do this, because I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. If I don't have the answers, I will get the answers to people. And that's what I did. Sue, you've been a great help as a case manager here. I just want to give you a round of applause. Honestly, everybody here, the whole staff, Dr. Heidi, Allie, Brooke, all you guys, all the newcomers, where you at? I'm not going to say it. I appreciate y'all too. So, but I've been through the union sitting on paper forms. I've been through months without pay. I had to go through my savings, do out credit cards, just max them out just to make ends meet. Narrative reports. I had to pay $4,800 out of pocket with no pay, mind you, for narrative reports just to get cases, to get this approved, that approved, from a doctor that was already treating me. And I was like, what's wrong with this picture? That doesn't seem right. But that's how I came across Chris and Gini, Federal Injury Centers, who I reached out. He was driving to Alabama at that time. I believe it was Alabama, right?
That's right. We're driving through Alabama.
And he literally said, "You've done everything I would tell you to do." But I can tell you firsthand that the number one issue is supervisors and management not knowing what they do or purposely trying to screw over our own federal workers. The goal is to get them back to work ASAP. But in saying that, I mean, I met Chris and Gini, and we just took it. I took it running, and I just like helping you guys. I just want to put that out there to you guys as well. I love helping you guys. Now you see the face that helps you. Just want to make sure you see who it is. Hashtag file a grievance, okay?
That's wrong. What's up?
All right. Don't let management get away with that stuff. I just want to say I love you guys. Sam, Dr. Heidi, Brooke, Allie, Dan, I see you sitting there. Hey, don't be too manly. I love you too, bro. But I just want to say I love you guys. Thank you for taking this on. And the federal employees, definitely thank you. And don't just take my word for it. I also want to, see a testimony of the very first patient who we helped. Our own is it Whitehall Copley, PA.
So I'm sure Chris and Gini, if you guys are going to be able to catch this, but
I don't want to introduce it Annabelle or Ricky.
I'm not sure if they're seeing that or not.
That injured to hospital. Didn't get it. When I speak to a nurse practitioner, it was something at the time, which is information, and I knew. So the first red flag now. The second one was started to burn. When I filled out the paperwork, I explained to them I gave them a CA-16, which guaranteed to get paid. After 2 weeks, I started receiving bills, and I'm already out of work. The fact that I'm getting paid and receiving bills, I started to get nervous. And so, I also spoke to my doctor about it. I went to my primary doctor who cares about me, and I told him this place, federal injury centers, know what they're talking about. I need to know all the rules. I don't know if I should there or if I should talk to you and stay with you and do the work. She told me herself, look, you know what they're doing. I advise you to go there. And so I gave just the injury into the process with no worry, no stress. It's the best part. When I said it was time I've been here, I wasn't sure. Right? It's also a long drive for me. It's an hour and a half for me to get here. Time is number one for me. So it just felt like a family. It felt different. It didn't feel like I was going to do myself. And no people responsible. Head because it happened, and I was one. and federal injury centers losing out.
Can't hear him at all now. Can't hear you at all now. Nobody can hear you. Welcome back. Well, hey, everybody. It's just us right now. So
just be patient.
Yeah.
We're doing our open house, Federal Injury Centers of Royceford, Pennsylvania. And they're just having a little bit of difficulty. So here they come back right now.
Yeah.
All right, now you're good. Yep.
Hey, there we go.
All right, can you hear us now?
Best
Yeah,
ever.
we're not having a hurricane where we are, but we're having the troubles. They just had a hurricane where they're at. Everything's working fine. So we're very excited to be working with Healing Energies. You know, what you'll find as a patient here is you'll get great care, but actually what you're also going to find is a very caring place to be. And I will tell you that you can feel that from Sam, Heidi, the team, Sue. Actually, Sue has my favorite position. If Gini and Chris decided to fire me, I'd say, can I please stay on as a case manager? It's my absolute favorite thing to be doing at Federal Injury Centers. And I will tell you, one of the things that we've really been impressed with Healing Energies is their compliance. Okay, compliance is one of the #1 things that we teach. This is a federal program. It has to be done very, very specifically. We kind of go above and beyond on compliance just to make sure that stuff that was associated with the predecessor prior to Federal Injury Centers, there's other companies out there, and they weren't doing the right thing. And we go above and beyond, and these folks have taken that to heart. And I will tell you, I actually didn't even want to do anything Federal Injury Centers related. I actually took Chris's call one day to get our other partner to stop talking to me about Chris. You know? And what ended up happening was I told our other partner, Joe, I said, I'll talk to this guy for 15 minutes. On the 16th minute, I'm hanging up the phone. I don't care what he's saying. And we talked for an hour and a half. And what got me about what he said is that federal employees, when they get hurt at work, no one has their back. Okay? You are immediately blackballed and ostracized. You could have been there your entire career, and now you're treated as though you have done this on purpose just to get out of your job. You're called names like lazy. You're treated poorly. Management all of a sudden doesn't like you. Okay? It's a major problem, and a lot of these people, if they cannot get their cases accepted, what ends up happening is they lose their home, like Ron said. They start moving into their cars. They try and find alternative ways to get money for their family, like suicide and claiming a life insurance policy. This was a real thing. We had a patient in one of our offices that we were working with, and he decided to kill himself so his family could get the insurance money. And he heard his letter carrier drop the mail off. He said, oh, well, if my acceptance letter is in there, I don't need to do this. And the acceptance letter wasn't there. And so he came in the very next day and he told us that. And he said, yesterday, this time, you were attempting to kill yourself because of your injury? And that's what cemented me to federal injury centers forever, is that we're not out there simply just telling people how to file documents and using the correct one and here's what you do in this scenario. We're actually changing people's lives, and that is exactly what that sign says back there. Changing lives in the moments that matter. And that's exactly what Healing Energies is doing. And we are very, very proud to be working with this team and have them on board with us. I really appreciate you guys. I'll turn it over to Chris and Gini, but I will tell you that your testimony about what you just said on that video, people need to hear that. There's help for federal employees, and sometimes they're being steered in the wrong direction. And it's very, very easy. You know, if you see this sign right here, you can get help. You should tell other people to get help as well. And in this area, these are the folks to go to. Absolutely great staff here. I'm going to pass it up to Chris and Gini.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. So that's Gini. I'm Chris, just so you know the difference. I'm not Gini. That is. Can everybody hear us okay?
Yes.
Okay, so let me start with this. Say hi.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, okay. So normally I'll stand in front and she'll sit in the back and hope that I don't call on her, but now she's in front as well. So when you have your questions, direct them to her tonight. I got the night off. So show of hands, if you don't mind, who's a federal employee or a family of a federal employee that's here tonight? Nice, right. Very nice. Thank you very much for coming. We really appreciate you being here. So usually when we do these, I'm live, and I love being able to be there with you and meet you, but you're going to have to settle for Tom tonight, so shake his hand. Ron, by the way, where's Ron at? There he is. Ron has been through it. So Ron's a good friend of mine. And yeah, he was telling the story of the first time we ever talked. And Gini was driving and I was in the passenger seat driving through Alabama, which is a drive everybody should make sometime in their life, by the way. And Ron called, and that was the first time I ever talked to him. And I learned that he has been through everything. I mean, everything I've ever heard someone go through, he's been through all of it. Yeah. I mean, every bit of it. So if Ron's talking, everyone should be listening. Because not only has he been through it all, but he overcame everything that he went through. And, you know, our mission here is to prevent you from going through any of that stuff. I think Ron will tell you that he wishes he would have known us before, you know, he made the wrong choice of all the wrong doctors and, you know, all the crap that he had to go through. Because when you find a federal injury center's office, we can avoid all the problems that people are going through if you just come to us first. And, you know, too many people still, I mean, just a few days ago, someone said, I wish I would have known you, Chris, 2 years ago. Well, that's not fair. You know, I was here 2 years ago. Where were you? And, you know, we've been doing this for a little while, you know, years. So I like to get up and tell you that it's your job to tell somebody else, because how can you know that someone is suffering and don't tell them about it? You know, I'm talking to you. I'm talking live on Facebook to all the people that are watching. And whoever's hearing me is hearing it, but somebody they know or you know is not hearing it. So it's your responsibility, and I'm going to hold that, you know, hold you to it. They have a lot of brochures in the office. Who, just a show of hands, who's willing to tell somebody that there's help? Show me your hands. Okay, that's exactly what I see all the time. You're all willing to do it. So we're going to give you a way to do it. They're going to have brochures, and I'd like you to think in your head, who are the 3 people at work that you know? Not one, okay? Because we all know you know multiple people. Who are the 3 people at work that you know right now who need help, that otherwise are suffering and going through all the same crap that Ron had to go through, or that many of you maybe had to go through before finding us? And, that's not necessary. You got to get the word out. You don't have to go through the struggle. You just don't have to. All the stories you hear are true stories, okay? They're all bad. You're going to hear people say, oh, man, don't do OWCP because it's just a hassle. Well, of course it's a hassle, but that's our specialty. It's less of a hassle if you come here. So, again, show of hands. Who's got 3 people they'll take brochures to? Okay, who's got 5 people? Okay, I know. I mean, and thank you, by the way, for the 5 people. But please don't leave anybody out. Everyone has a right to get this help. But you're dealing with something else up there that's unique to the area around Philadelphia. You're dealing with certain people that I won't call out here because it wouldn't be appropriate, that are telling you not to get our help. Who here thinks that you'd rather go through all the struggles rather than get the help that we have to offer? Raise your hand if you'd like to go through struggle. I mean, obviously, nobody's raising their hand. But that's a situation that you're dealing with there. You've got to fight against people who don't understand what's happening here. You've got to fight against people who think that what we're doing is illegal. I mean, look around. Do you see orange jumpsuits? Or where are the people with badges and guns? They're not there. Because that's, we operate compliantly. They have a compliance manual. I'd urge you all to go look at it. I know it's out. Go take a look. They've got 2 posters that are the 10 compliance rules. Go read those compliance rules, okay? Take a picture of it. Give it to someone who thinks that you shouldn't be coming to this office getting help. Because I'll ask you very bluntly, how is it helping you for someone to tell you not to get help? And you have coworkers that are getting told, don't get help. Don't go there. Go to the urgent care who will absolutely get your claim denied. Don't go there. Go to the orthopedic surgeon who doesn't want to write your report. They just want to cut on you. Don't go there. Go to the ER who's billing people don't know how to bill OWCP. Go to all these places that are definitely going to screw you over, or don't and come here. And so that's the message. You've got to take these brochures and share it. The other thing is there's a form called a CA10. You can get these at federalinjurycenters.com. Maybe you have them in your hands. I'm not sure what you're holding there. But take that and post it as well, because in the past it said post on employees bulletin board and you never saw it because it wasn't posted. And now it says post on the agency's website where you never go. So you're not going to go there to look for a form you never heard of. And that means your coworkers won't either, and they won't know what to do when they get hurt. So who's willing to take a CA10 and post it? I'm sure that the office will print them out for you. Who will go post those at your station at work so people know what to do? Okay, I really appreciate it. I want you to post those and put the brochures up and hand brochures to people who need help. I don't want to hear people say in your area where you live, I don't want to hear people say, I wish I would have known about you 2 years ago.
Yep.
Totally unnecessary. So again, let's see it again. This is the 3rd time, last time, show of hands. Who's going to take brochures to somebody tomorrow? Okay, everybody should. And by the way, those of you that aren't federal employees, you all have somebody who delivers mail to your house.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone knows somebody that they can help. So feel free and take it and give it to your carrier as well. And if you're clerks, we're going to be bringing brochures to your station, and we're going to ask you if you'll put it in your break rooms. If your supervisors are up there, please dismiss them. We don't want to talk to them. We want to talk to you. And if there's any supervisors in the room, I'm not sorry. So we're going to give brochures to the clerks and say, will you take these to the break room? Please say yes to that. We're just trying to help people. So, all right, last thing. And I'm not hearing you, but I can see you good. So show of hands, who watches Wednesday night chats with me and Gini? Okay, so now show of hands, who's never seen it? It's okay. Don't be embarrassed.
That's a few.
Okay, there's always a few. But if you have cell phones, you qualify for Facebook and you can watch us. So go to Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini. Don't go to the one with Derek. Okay, don't do that. Just Chris and Gini. Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini. So we do this every Wednesday night, unless there's a hurricane or something like last night. And you come on, you ask questions, we answer them right now. Nobody should go and not know what to do. Nobody should ever be in the dark for how to handle an OWCP claim. So that's what you do. We're going to be posting some things around the office about Wednesday night chats. We've got brochures about Wednesday night chats. I'd really appreciate if you just share that. We get about 800,000 plus views a year of our live videos. That's a lot. Okay, I did the math and I counted it, and it's a lot. 800,000 is a whole lot of people, and it happens every year. And that's because we're helping people. All right, we're in a lot of cases saving lives, and you can help with that by just letting people know this is here. So again, thank you all for being here. I wish I could have been there to see you. Jeannie's very pleased to have talked to you tonight. I know that you've learned a lot from the things you said. And we look forward to being out there next time. I think it's going to be maybe February, but we'll set it up. And I hope that you all come back and bring a lot of friends because I like to meet all of you plus all of your friends. And if you don't have friends at work, it's not too late. Just go and like shake a hand and bring them to the office. We'd really like to know them too. So thank you. We're going to help a lot of people. Jeannie wants to say something. What do you want to say?
If you don't have social media, you can find us on YouTube. You can also find us on LinkedIn. You can find Chris on TikTok at breakingowcp.com. And you can find us on .com, just Breaking OWCP. And you can also find us on Instagram at Wednesday Night OWCP Chats. So there's a lot of different places where you can go and find us and get all your questions answered.
Yeah, if you don't find us because you don't want to, we're out there. So we look forward to seeing you there and to seeing you live again. And again, thanks everybody. And Dr. Heidi, Sam, thanks a lot for putting this together. Dan and Ron, thank you for being there. Ron's my boy, so everybody just burn his ears up tonight. He's got all the time in the world. And this is for you. Okay, thank you all for being here and have a good night.
Thanks a lot. Thank you guys.
Rubbing around.
Nice. They survived.
Oh. Well, okay. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, just to let you guys know, that was our open house for Federal Injury Centers of Royceford, Pennsylvania. We did have a ticket to go, and as of Tuesday, all flights are being canceled in Tampa. So we survived. I think we over-prepared in Tampa, everybody in general, but it is what it is. We're very thankful. And for all of our friends, family, and everybody in the Fort Myers, Naples area that's out on the Gulf, if there's anything anybody needs, any help cleaning up or anything, please reach out to us. We're here to help you guys. This was very devastating. As everybody knows, it was the worst hurricane.
Oh, it was terrible.
Ever in the state of Florida.
Yeah,
in a decade. So we're here to help. And yeah, we'll be on next Wednesday night, I think. Yeah. Our travel is finally coming to an end. We have 3 or 4 more things to do, and we'll just be sitting at home, relaxing, making TikTok and still doing our lives. Don't forget, as of next Wednesday, we're doing share videos again. We're going to pick 2 winners for October, November, December, $100 gift card to your favorite place. So as of next Wednesday, start to share, and don't forget to put your share on public so I can see that you're sharing when I go to see who shared. That way your share gets counted and you could win your $100 gift card.
Yep.
And that's all.
And that's going to come in handy for Christmas time.
Yes.
So please start sharing. The winners are going to be the winners.
So this starts next Wednesday.
Did I say the winners are going to be the winners?
The winners are going to be the winners.
The winners are going to be the winners.
Yeah. So with that said, thank you guys for hopping on. It was just, this is what we do every time we do an open house.
But normally we're live there. Yeah.
So Tom, our partner Tom, is there doing it. And we're so thankful that Tom was able to get there. And we will be in Scottsdale. Chris is actually training or educating all federal attorneys. So this is going to be a game changer for us.
I'm going to teach them what they need to be teaching doctors to do to write your narratives and get your claims accepted. See, look, I can teach my doctors, and we've got 50 plus doctors doing. Look, this collar's really jacking up. You know, I've got all these doctors that I've trained to write good narratives, but there are so many more doctors that we haven't trained, and these lawyers work with a lot of doctors I don't know.
Yeah.
And so what we're doing is having the lawyers understand what the doctors need to be writing so that more of you can have your claims accepted, even if you're in an area where there's not a Federal Injury Centers doctor. So it's just one more way that we're there to help. And it was a nice gesture for them to invite me out to teach the lawyers. And I'm looking forward to it. So we'll be leaving out Saturday morning, and I think she might be able to put me on live when I'm out talking. That would be nice if possible.
I will see what I could do to put him on live, and if we're able to, we don't know what we can and cannot do yet.
But then everyone in the whole world will see how a narrative should be written. You should get your claims accepted at a prolific rate if all the doctors just see how to write a narrative.
And one person, Princess China Allen, I know you said that we messaged you. Go ahead and send me another message. Let me see if there's something that Chris can look further
Yeah, we
into.
see a lot of messages. Don't be upset with us that we may not remember yours.
Yeah.
We help thousands of people a week. Please just come back and let us try again.
Yeah. Well, with that said, everybody, we'll see you guys next Wednesday. We don't know what topic we're going to do. I know we were supposed to do supervisors, but we're going to wait for a little bit. We'll probably do it in the middle of October, maybe November, because it's going to be this time where especially USPS folks are getting injured because of the holidays are coming. And we know that from October to February, it is your busy season. So we want you to know what your rights, the laws, the rules, all the regulations for OWCP is, so you're not scared of filing your claims.
Yeah. All right. So
Thank you,
we'll touch on the fear thing next week, because I don't want you to have that. And again, please go to TikTok. Get a TikTok. Look, I resisted TikTok for a very long time.
He did.
But then one day I got on it and spent like 8 hours watching. It's so addicting. It's like crack cocaine. So if you don't have any time, TikTok's not for you, but it's a lot of fun. So come to TikTok and check out Breaking OWCP. That's my page. And, I put some fun things, but I also put some educational stuff on there.
Yeah, he does.
So come check it out.
All right, guys, we will see you next Wednesday. Have a fantastic week.
And for everybody in Fort Myers and the Naples area, our thoughts are with you.
Yes, they are.
Hang in there. Keep your head up.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.